YouTube, man? Back at it again, man, with another video, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you like this video, man. Drop some comments down below. Also, push that notification bell, man. That way you'll get notified every time I drop a new video, man. First and foremost, bro, hey, this might seem small to some people, but if you're a YouTuber, man, you understand where I'm coming from. Yo, thank you for everybody that support me right now, man. I just cracked 500 subscribers, man. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time, man, with this intro, but you know, I just want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all, man. We got the 500 subscriber mark. Now we gotta get 500 more, baby. We at 1,000. All right, so 2020 gonna be the year to do that, right? All right, bet. So we gonna keep going and growing, man. But the purpose of this video, man, is I know people be asking me, like, you know, different things about my ScatPack, man. You know, even if you got ScatPack, SRT 392, Challenger, Charger, Hellcat, whatever, bro. It's just like it's a couple things they want to know before they purchase it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people want to know certain things, man. So, you know, in this video, I'm just gonna, you know, go over a few things that, you know, to try to keep in mind before you make this purchase. Things to look out for. Couple questions to ask yourself. You know, things like that, man. So before I get into it, man, I ain't give y'all a cold start. What's going on, man? All right, so I'm back, man. Had to make a stop real quick, bro, but yeah, man, so the purpose of this video, man, like I said, was just to give y'all some insights and things to pretty much think about before you purchase the 392. So the first thing that I want to get into, man, you want to ask yourself, like, is this going to be your daily driver? All right, if this is going to be your daily driver, then you want to take into consideration of gas. All right, with these cars, man, most people just put 93 in these cars. It's like the top of the line gas you get, unless you run the E85, you know, then you have to get like a conversion kit, but 93 octane is the preferred gas for these vehicles. So in Alabama, man, it's like 265, 270 per gallon. So, you know, ask yourself, you know, it take about maybe like 50 bucks to fill this car up, maybe 60, depends on how high it is. So I'm gonna say on average, maybe like 60 bucks to fill this car up, right? So if you drive this every day, it burns gas, especially if it's highway miles. I mean, city miles. So if you're only doing like highway miles, then, you know, that's cool, whatever. But, you know, if you're doing city miles, then, you know, you're probably gonna fill up twice a week, you know, maybe, going back and forth. Yeah, so by Wednesday, if you get gas on Sunday, by Wednesday, you probably had to get some more gas. All right, but if it's just your weekend car like me, this is just my weekend car. I got a daily driver. I put $30 in my daily driver, I'm good for the rest of the week. This, you know, I fill up on the weekends and I enjoy it. So that's one thing to think about. Second thing, you need to ask yourself, are you gonna be able to get some new tires? Now, most of you already know with these tires, with these cars, they came 245s all the way around. That's something Dodge did, I don't know why. That's not a scratch either, that's a reflection of the lines in the car. But yeah, man, these cars got 245s all the way around, and they come on a 20-inch wheel with a 9-inch width. So I wanted to go bigger tires. So you got to ask yourself, can you afford bigger tires? Because, you know, the 245s are only good for burning out. Because other than that, you're going to spin, you're not going to get no traction. It's going to be like, you're going to be all over the place. And as you can see what I did, I went with 315s in the back and 275s in the front. All right. So, and then on top of that, if you want to go with a bigger tire, anything over 275 on these tires, you're going to have to get a bigger wheel because they come 20 by 9s. So on a 20 by 9 wheel, the most tire you can put on there is like a 275. Anything over that, you're gonna have gap. So I had to get these wheels right here as an offset staggered set, 10.5 in the back, 9 in the front. And if you go back and watch my video about me, my new wheels and tires, I explain all that, man. So that's another thing. Can you afford new tires? All right. Now I'm gonna do a video about the tires that I have and the price, and the wear on them, and how I feel about them, things like this. So just stay tuned for that, man. Third thing, all right. Third thing, man. Let me pop the hood. Most people want to know. Look. All right. Third thing. What you want to do with these cars, man? You want to get the purpose of any sports car is to have the most efficient, cool air system in this car. All right. So what I did, I upgraded my cold air intake to the JLT cold air intake. That's what I have on there now. So I had a JLT cold air intake, man. Now with the stock box, it's closed right here. So, just theoretically making sense about the situation. If something is closed, then it's entrapped. You know what I'm saying? So with this open box, it gives more air to suck in. And of course, when the hood is closed down, it completes that seal. But at the same time, it's sucking air in from the bottom through this hole right here. I don't know if you see this hole right here. Through these tubes, man, throttle body into the engine. So you want a cool air system, man, so these cars won't, the engine can breathe more efficiently, I guess you can say. JLT, I got a video on that, how much it costs, where I got it from. So scroll down, browse my videos. You will see that about the JLT, man. So those are the top 3 things that you need to take into consideration about, these cars, man. Is it gonna be your daily driver? If so, then can you afford to fill it up twice a week? Can you afford new tires? Because you're gonna have to get some new tires unless you just like sliding or burning out. And 3, do you prefer or do you want your car to have a more efficient, cool air setup? Now, I'm not saying those are all the factors you have to take into consideration, but for the most part, those are the 3 main factors. Now, when it comes down to, payments, this right here is a 2017. So roughly, these cars now, maybe now going for around, I'm just gonna say between 30 and 35, used, new, and maybe 38, 39 MSRP. But, I doubt that, maybe 37.5, maybe. But, it all depends on you, man. It's like, and I tell people all the time, people ask me, how much the payments are. Well, I can only tell you my payments and how I calculate and what I do, man. Many of you know I had the RT. I traded the RT in. I had it for about 6 months. I traded the RT in, and when I traded my RT in, I had gap insurance. You want to get gap, because if Lord forbid, but you in an accident, anything happen, and your car's only worth this amount of money, and they don't pay it and cover it all the way out, now you're upside down with whatever else you have left. So gap insurance covers that, man. So I traded in my car. They gave me what it was worth. So they paid my car off, the old RT. They paid it off, and then I got this bad boy, man. So my payments are like $630 a month for this car. But at the end of the day, you have to get what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? But take into consideration, like if you're trading in a vehicle, all right, if the vehicle you're trading in, is it paid for? What's the value? What's the blue book value of that car? How much will you get? Do you want to be upside down? Do you have gap insurance? All those are factors when it comes into play about you purchasing this 392 or any car, for example. But for this particular car, you want to make sure that you're not upside down. And if you are upside down, you don't want to be a significant amount upside down. I was upside down like $3,000 because I didn't have gap insurance on my RT. So I was upside down about $3,000. So I calculated that into my into my loan. Now, the fifth and final thing, bro, that you probably would want to take into consideration about buying these cars, and I say this one for the last. I say the best for last, man. Those other four are important. Don't get me wrong, but this right here is important also. And I feel like it's the most because everybody who buys a 392 buys it for one reason. What is their reason? To hammer down, to drive, to race, to burn out, to slide, all that. All right, you want to people mod these cars, cold air intakes, cams, headers, catback exhaust, you know, superchargers, pro chargers, whatever, man. All types of they ain't gonna tongue tie, but all types of performance parts for these cars, man, can come on here, right? But at the end of the day, once you start making major mods to these cars, man, the factory warranty is void. All right, so at that particular moment, if you don't have a factory warranty anymore, then anything happens to this car, it's gonna be on you to get it fixed. Therefore, if you're thinking about buying one of these cars, man, what you should do is look into getting an extended warranty. I'm gonna say it again, extended warranty for these cars, man. And one thing about the extended warranties, man, once you get them, they pretty much cover any and everything. If you go to the dealership, for example, if I wanted to flash my PCM, because you have to, with 2015 and up, to tune these cars, you have to get your PCM unlocked. So let's say I got my PCM unlocked and I tune my car. I take my car to the dealership because one of my injectors blew out. Well, if they see that my PCM has been modified, they might not, you know, cover it under the factory warranty because they say, hey, man, you've been changes made to this PCM, the factory warranty is void. Okay, cool. I still have my extended warranty that I paid for. So now I just call the people from my extended warranty company, you know, give them the dealership information, yada, yada, the issue, the problem. They send over whatever they need to send over, and boom, it's paid for because I got that extra warranty. So that's always something to keep in mind, man, with these cars. If you know for a fact you're buying a car to mod it, that factory warranty is going to go bye-bye once you start making major mods to these cars. So therefore, it is imperative that you buy an extended warranty. It's different people with different companies that have different warranties. So check into that, man. So with everything I've been said, first thing first, I said what? When you want to get this car, the first thing first is the gas. Is this going to be your daily driver? If so, can you afford to fill it up twice a week? Secondly, can you afford new tires? Because you're going to burn through these tires like cigarettes. I don't smoke anyway, but, you know, if you do smoke, stop it. But you're going to burn through these tires, man, real quick. You're going to slide everywhere. So can you afford new tires? Third thing, do you prefer the most efficient cool air setup going into your engine? The intake, the throttle body, all that. You want your engine to stay as cool as possible. You want it to breathe. All right, so do you have the money to upgrade your air intake system? All right, fourth thing I said, all right, sorry about that, man. Had a brain fart. But fourth thing, man, like I said, I was talking about the payments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, are you trading in the vehicle? If you are trading in the vehicle, do you have enough equity? Not equity, but do you don't want to have a gap? You don't want to be upside. You want to have gap, but you don't want to be upside down value. All right. So you know you want to make sure that you're staying above that if you trade in. All right. And then at the same time, you want to consider the fact that, hey, like I said, you know what you can afford, man. With these cars, I wouldn't pay no more than $640, $650 a month for these cars. But like I said, take into consideration, like, you know what you can afford. If you're trading in something that's of value, how much value, the blue book value of the car you're trading in, etc. And then the fifth and final thing was the extended warranty. I feel like everybody needs an extended warranty with these cars, especially if you're gonna model. All right, so with that being said, man, I need to wash my car, bro. This is dust. This is dusty. Look at that. That's why I hate having a black car, bro, because, like, you can wash the joint, and then 3-4 days later, you got to wash it again, man. But, yeah, man, that's all this video is talking about, man. So, go ahead and wrap it up, man. If you new to the channel again, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, man. Drop some comments down below. You know, let me know what you think. You know, if you got, you know, other opinions on, you know, what you should do, or other things about you taking in consideration before you buy a 392. Hey, drop them down below, man. You know, I want to know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Y'all support me, man, so I want to know what y'all think. Push the notification bell, bro. You know, every time I drop a video, you'll get notified. You know, I promise you, all my videos gonna be bangers. If they're not bangers, they're gonna be informative videos. Bangers and informative videos. I try not to make pointless videos, bro. So, with that being said, man, 2020, we're gonna keep going and growing. I appreciate all the love and support that y'all doing so far, and we out.